What's up, YouTube? Bam, and welcome to another edition of Wolf King's Vids. Okay, so creationist and bullshit manufacturer Ray Comfort is going after astrophysicist and host of the science show Cosmos, Neil deGrasse Tyson, over stating the simple fact that the Bible is not a science book. All right, let me just play a little clip so you could hear Ray's little argument for why the Bible is apparently science. Not really. Okay.
When you say the Bible's not a science book, you're saying it's not a knowledge book. It tells us how God created the earth.
Right.
In the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth. And so it is a science book in that sense. It gives us the basis for all creation. And it passes the scientific method.
Yeah.
It's observable, Genesis, and testable. Evolution's not. You can't observe something that's 60 million years old, but you can observe what Genesis says. Every animal bringing forth after its own kind. You can observe that in the fossil record and in the existing creation. You can see male and female, as Genesis says, in the existing creation and in the fossil record, except for a few snails that have male and female. How miserable is that? Just being
a lonely snail.
No male, no female.
Right.
You've got a little
Hey, that
rat.
rhymed.
Yeah, it's a rat.
Yeah,
But
keep it flowing, right?
yeah, the Bible isn't written as a science book, but it has scientific facts in it that can be relied upon, unchanging scientific facts.
Really? Wow, okay. That was slightly painful, I'm not gonna lie to you, to hear that BS. Okay, let me break this down. First off, the Bible as a science book. The Bible is observable in the sense that you can see the book. Okay? It is not scientific in no other way, in the sense that, or at all, really, because you can't observe or test any of those claims. Okay? What we understand to be science is basically what we could actually gather from physical evidence and reason logic. We can actually observe and test from the physical laws that govern the universe. Your book, your holy book, is filled with filled with supernatural nonsense and characters and events that are totally beyond the scientific method and trying to demonstrate it if it actually occurred, because there's nothing physical or demonstrable to work with. Okay, and it has nonsensical. First of all, and in your note about evolutionary theory, here's the difference. Basically, DNA and carbon dating show that the Earth has been around for billions of years, and all life is connected biologically and to the Earth chemically. The fossil record, as well as the fossil record demonstrating that, all life is in a constant state of transition. The Bible says that, humans are made from dirt and ribs. I'd say I'm torn, but I'd be lying if I didn't say the latter was bullshit. Which is exactly what Neil deGrasse Tyson was trying to tell you when he merely stated that this Bible is not a science book. It is a book based in delusion and myth. People wrote it, and at a time when most people were less literate, and when they couldn't, when they really didn't see a need for observation or testing or experimentation. They thought making up BS claims about talking snakes, miracle births from virgins, a miracle worker walking on water and dying and resurrecting, which is really not all that original if you actually look at the other myths around the Mediterranean, like Mithra and Dionysus, Krishna, and what have you. What we actually understand is from these two models, from a supernatural one, from a natural one, is that what we actually understand to be true and accurate is based on physical evidence and reason logic. That is actually the model that we actually use. What actually has predictive power? The Bible has no predictive power whatsoever. Okay? Now, with science, and specifically evolutionary theory, you have artificial selection, where we use to domesticate plants and animals, and as well as you can study viruses and bacteria and develop medicine and antibiotics that kill them and cure people. That's how we got rid of smallpox and rinderpest. And the same principle applies to pests who try to eat crops. We could try to find the necessary survival pressures that keep them alive and kill them to make sure that we have more sufficient food supply. But that's the difference. What actually can give results and what's just something you take faith on? Because faith is useless. Actual physical proof and evidence, that matters. That's what actually builds our knowledge, which helps us build a better world for ourselves. So that being said, Mr. Comfort, be happy to be a man of faith. Don't try to hold your holy book up as the absolute truth, and then get butthurt when us skeptics and free thinkers point out that it is strictly not, because it has no predictive power whatsoever. So be happy to be a man of faith and also a man of bullshit, because that's pretty much what you are. Okay? Don't try to go beyond what you know, because it's not very much. Alright, this has been Wolf King. Peace out. If you like this video, comment, share, fave. Let me hear your thoughts. Also, watch Cosmos. It's a wonderful, awesome show. Neil deGrasse Tyson hosts it. It's awesome. It's on Fox every 9 o'clock around that time. Uh, Later.